Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's animal character is xie. Okay, yesterday we have xie. It's crab. Now we have xie. Same pronunciation, different tone. So xie, falling tone, is crab. Xie, flat tone, is scorpion. How different. But Chinese make it sound similar. They even a little bit look similar because they share the same part of this worm slash bug icon. So this squiggly thing, this bug, Chinese, I guess in Chinese consciousness, this bug is a little being that's non-threatening to humans. We don't treat it seriously. So anything that's small, squiggly, like undefinable shape, we view it as the same category. Therefore, crab and the scorpion, as different as they are, can share the same part. When I grew up, I never thought about it. But I guess that's how back then Chinese classify animals. They are kind of worm slash bug to us. Okay, so the differenting or defining part of exactly what that is on the right side. So this right side is quite interesting because I trace back of what that means. It pronounced as he. This is a character. Okay, so if you look at a contemporary Chinese, simplified Chinese version, it looks like this. Ancient form looks like this. I mean, ancient is like mid-history. So some scholar gathered the ancient forms because there are varieties of the same ways of depicting the same thing and then kind of standardized. So it looks like pretty streamlined, but still too squiggly for handwritten efficiency. So the right side, pronounced as he, it actually is English equivalent of why, how, what. Like you can apply any kind of things to the same character. So again, Chinese was blurry on exactly what you're asking, right? What's the question? It simply means it's a question, regardless of it's why or how or what. So this he is made of two ways of speaking, actually. The top is pronounced as yue. This one we can still see, but we don't use it anymore. It's an ancient way to say. So A says something, B says something. This is the say thing. And the say is made of this mouth symbol, kind of half side of it is opening. That means you open your mouth visually over there. And then you have this one horizontal line in there. So, okay, Chinese have other characters that I can relate, sort of, guess what that is. It actually means sweet speaking because this horizontal line is supposed to be kind of sugar cane, kind of an ancient form of plant-based candy, okay? It's sweet, therefore people keep it in their mouths. And when they pair this sweet candy thing in a mouth, that means it tastes good and you're speaking sweetly. Sweet talker, basically. Okay, so this sweet speaking becomes Chinese definition of a speaking. Ah, okay, that's one understanding because a lot of times, especially after I move from Chinese cultural environment to English speaking environment, I notice that the way I speak are regarded quite often as blunt, non-sugared, because in English, people already develop ways of speaking, like express your intention without hurting people. Like that's something people already embedded in the language. People are educated this way. But the Chinese, because we transfer to another language. And so when we want to apply our own way of speaking to the English words to piece it together, oftentimes it sounds rude. So if you have Chinese friends, you may notice this, sometimes they came up with expressions that's kind of, why? Like, okay. So anyways, the bottom is another way of speaking. It actually means begging, pleading. So the way it's made of is Okay, the middle little part is bottom left corner of the frame. If you zoom in to only the middle part, and then we have this shape on top of it. That means death. And my understanding is this is a human figure, okay? 2 legs standing, looks like doing a side split, okay? 2 legs standing, and then this is lower ground or close to the ground because we have high ground, top left corner versus here, bottom left corner of frame, that's lower ground. So this human splitting almost to the ground level, that means you're getting close to be earthed, to get back to earth. That's a Chinese way to depicting you're getting close to die or you already died. And that death put in this wrapper. So this big question mark thing is a Chinese wrapping. We have this fetus concept, have the squiggly thing inside this wrapped in there. That means baby in the oven, so to speak. Over here is death in the oven, like death is approaching. Gosh, so this deadly speaking is a Chinese definition of pleading. And I'm guessing probably because whoever is using this pleading tone almost try to gain sympathy by, portraying themselves as victims or their, death is approaching to them. So they have to beg for food. I would imagine mostly to survive ancient times, as well as contemporary. I guess food security was not as big issue today versus before. So whoever are using that deadly speaking, not sweetly speaking, but the deathly, death approaching, death in the oven kind of speaking was this pleading. Like, how are you going to get supported? How are you going to beg people to despair their food to you, right? Back then, you have to plead with this, if you don't give me food, my life hung on this. My life depends on your generosity, that kind of death tone, I guess. So there are 2 ways of speaking here. And either you speak sweetly or you speak as if death is approaching you. Combined together, those 2 means question, means why, how, what. It becomes a tonal, not exactly tonal, it becomes an abstract thing of speaking, something related to speaking. So I guess sweet speaking is try to convince somebody. Death speaking is also to make somebody do something to you, also persuade somebody, right? Either you sweetly or deathly, 2 ways of speaking. As you have a certain intent and function, you want to, through communication, kind of change other people's mind or behavior, like give you food or change their behavior somehow, right? So this 2 ways of speaking serves a function. And this becomes a Chinese abstract term of how, why, what. Becomes this, okay, I don't even know how to categorize that, because in every language we have this how, why, what, when, where, who, the thing, right? So I don't know how to categorize that, but these are important concepts in the language, because when you communicate, you have to somehow raise the question somewhere. And this is the Chinese way of, it captures the 2 distinctively different way of persuasion. And then it becomes this abstract concept of questioning in some way. So this questioning or the speaking plus the worm becomes scorpion. Like, how does that even work? So I did a little bit of research. I guess it must came from the observation of scorpions' behavior. And it turned out scorpions do make sound. They do speak. I guess for human speak, this is our speaking organ, right? For bugs, I mean, it's a bug category. Scorpions to speak, like their way of communicating by making a sound. They use It's called a stridulation. So they use their body parts to rub against each other, friction, to create this hissing sound. And I know some snakes hiss, but it turned out that some species of scorpions also hiss. And I guess it serves a similar function of a warning. Like I don't want to have a physical encounter with you. And I send out the message by making the sound and communicating through the air without a bodily contact that the danger is here. Don't mess with me. That kind of hissing sound. So it turned out that some scorpions make that type of sound. And so I'm guessing the language creators use that feature of scorpion, compare it to Chinese way of, persuasion, questioning, sending a sort of a warning message. So he is you can almost translate as like, why not? Like, what the hell? Or, whatever English strong sensed, like emotionally charged questioning word in there. So that's a Chinese way to do that. And so when you have a bug that's kind of questioning you or challenging you or sending you this warning message through the air, okay, that's the whole image of what scorpion is. Expressions, 蛇, 毒如蛇, 蝎, okay, poison or toxic, okay, or poisonous, as if it's a snake or scorpion. So Chinese recognize scorpions can sting and they can be deadly, and it's this fatal, or 毒 means poisonous, okay. So it pairs a group together with snake to create this threatening image. Okay, so stay away from that. And actually this 毒如蛇蝎 was transferred from the animal kingdom back to humans, like projecting back to human behavior, as if they are as poisonous. I guess you can use that in today's phrase of toxic friends or toxic people. And Chinese already have that expression, 毒如蛇蝎, with the intention to harm you, okay? And again, 蛇蝎心肠 is the same to say, Chinese use 心 and 肠. 心 is heart, 肠 is intestines. So these internal organs, they have nothing to do with, one is for your, pump your blood through your body, right? To keep your motion, keep your energy flowing around the body. And then 肠 is digestive. So I guess one is more output, right? You use your energy in a certain way, and 肠 is input. You digest energy, convert it to our burnable energy on our body. So 心 and 肠, these two processes in human physiology then was used here to mean somebody's intent, internal motivation. And so we use 蛇蝎 again, that's implied they're dangerous, they are poisonous, and they have the heart and the intestines as if they are snake and scorpions. So there you go. 蛇蝎心肠, and this is 蝎. Thank you for your time. See you another day.